Well, Frigadier General. I hate what Twitter's become. It's such a waste of space. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Rob. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I always forget to say that. And I'm sure by this point we'd probably have 1 billion subscribers. We'd beat Mr. Beast. But I just don't say it enough. So if you can take it upon yourself to hold up the social contract of YouTube, which says hit subscribe, the like button, notification bell, hit every fucking button down below. What's up, Curtis? Good to see you. Good morning to you, and a very good day to you, sir. There's follow-up news on Kanye, but I don't know how much time I want to waste on that waste of breath. That dude, I used to say when I was younger, they're using up our oxygen. Because that guy's on Earth taking up oxygen. Never mind all the other vital resources that Kanye West is extrapolating from Earth and using when other people could be putting to much better use. But the number one resource that Kanye West is wasting on that he's taking up, that humanity needs, is the oxygen. So Kanye, save us some oxygen, man. You're using too much of it. Anastasia, all bells are lit. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good to see you again. So yeah, I don't know how much money. I'm spending no money on Kanye, but believe it or not, people are posting their receipts of buying that racist, hate-filled t-shirt that Kanye West was selling. But the news is Shopify shut his thing down, which is hilarious to think that Kanye West used the Shopify website. That dude has $1 billion and he's using Shopify. What a loser. Listen, if you use Shopify, I think I used Shopify before. That's fine. But when you have that much money, like people, you should be designing your own websites, not going through Shopify, you freak. But they shut him down, so that's the good news. The news I really want to talk about is United Health Insurance. They are in line with Kanye. They are a hate group. They hate people. That's why they make so much profits, because they hate you and they don't want you to have access to healthcare for free. People do understand this, right? Like, I used to explain the health insurance system in America to kids like this. Imagine that you signed up for a gym membership, right? You pay $100 a month to belong to a gym. You sign up and you're like, this is awesome. I have a gym membership. Let me go to the gym. And you scan your card. And they go, okay, you paid your $100. Come on in. And you go, you're like, I got to do some cardio. I got to go get on the treadmill. And they're like, not so fast. That $100 that you pay to belong to this gym is just to belong to the group. If you want to use the treadmill, that's a $50 copay. And you go, I got to pay again? What the fuck? Why am I paying $100 to come in here then? This is how health insurance works in America, folks, if you're unaware. Okay, or if you got the state health care, or if you're not old enough to have your own health care, or you have not had to deal. This is how health insurance works in America. Pickle Squad trying to donate. Oh, I'm not big enough yet. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so I can get donations. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Pickle Squad, like the name. So this is how health insurance works in America. Let's call it a gym membership. You pay $100 a month to go to the gym. Then you walk in, they scan your card. They go, okay, you paid. You go, I want to do some cardio. I'm getting on the treadmill. And they go, $50 copay. And you go, all right, fuck that. I'm going to do some benching. Can I say F that? All right, we're 3 minutes in. YouTube has stupid rules on language. Language rules. Language is so obtuse anyways. I'm going to make up new swear words so I could say them on YouTube and then they can't get mad at me. So then you say, all right, I'm not going to use the treadmill. I don't want to pay a $50 copay. Let me go and do some curls. And they're like $30 copay. And then you're like, all right, I got to take a yoga class. And they're like, you're going to have to get approval from the gym coordinator. And you're like, what the fuck? Why am I paying $100 a month to belong to this gym if everything else costs something and I need approvals and pre-approvals and adjustments and claims, and I need a note to say that I have to take yoga. This is how health insurance works in America, folks, just so you're aware. This is how I explain it. God needs some mods. Oh, I got mods. Wow, what's going on? Oh no, I'm gonna donate $500. Jesus. Mr. Krabs, what are you getting into? My mods are here. Look, the mods are up in the place. What's up, Soulless Bandito? Happy Black History Month. Just in the background. They're always whoop whoop. Oh, go do your work. Go do your work, Popo. The funniest thing is when you see the police go through a red light, my kids go, do you think there's a real emergency or they just wanted to not wait for the red light? And I go, well, we never know. Because you see it all the time. You're getting pulled over. I ain't getting pulled over. No, sir, Pickle Squad. I'm well. Hopefully everybody's doing good. American Roadrunner. That's a cool last name. Is that like the car or the bird or the cartoon? Do you know there's an American Roadrunner car? I think it was a Plymouth Roadrunner. Was it a Plymouth? I don't remember. Look it up if you haven't seen it, because it's an amazing, amazing car. Kid in high school had one. I've always wanted one since. You could always go with the old English swear words like thingumbob, thingumbob, thingabob, thingumbob, thingumbob. I have an old English swear words book that was my mom's, and I stole it. Well, she's dead, but I stole it, or I have it because I wanted to learn words like that, because language has changed so drastically that, you know, Plymouth Roadrunner. Is that what I said? It's the Plymouth Roadrunner. Yeah. If you're too young to understand what a Plymouth Roadrunner is, I forget what year, late 60s. Late 60s are the real slick looking ones. I don't know if any in the 70s look good, but look up Plymouth Roadrunner. But yeah, the old swear words, like what another thing is like bite your thumb. That was in a Shakespeare thing. I think that was in Romeo and Juliet. Like bite your thumb. 67. I was gonna say 67 too. American Road. Yeah, we're like this. All right. Sparkly blue American Roadrunner. You put some American racing rims on that car. Ooh. That's an automobile. But instead of getting like a new American Roadrunner for 2025, we have the Cybertruck. My God, the future could have been so awesome, people. Do you understand? Like, if we just collectively, this is the other reason why you need to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and the like button, and come back every weekday when I do this, because I'm trying to build a community where if we move together, all right, if we all move in unison and we organize and we connect, and we can demand things, okay? We could demand the Plymouth Roadrunner come back for 2026. How fucking cool would that be? American Roadrunner knows what I'm talking about. And if you've seen the car, you'd be like, hell yeah. Like, what did they do to the Ford Mustang? I love that they made it electric, but they made it a fucking four-door SUV. Like, what happened? What timeline are we on? God damn it. There's a better timeline where Al Gore won. We got electric cars and wind-powered cars and hoverboards and fucking drones that we could just take to the store. Ugh, I gotta get going. Take Y2. Oh, good luck at the doctor's appointment. I'm talking about United Healthcare. See, they hire defamation lawyers. Just in case you wanted to know, please read the article. It's down below. Good luck at the doctor's. I hope it's not I hope it's not like serious. So much love and good luck, American Roadrunner. Not realistic to have two doors this day and age. Curtis, how dare you? How dare you? God damn it. Well, you know why the old cars, like the 1930s cars and like previous to that, you know why they were so big? Like when you got in, the roofs were so high? It's because people used to wear hats all the time. Or that's what maybe I read in a blog post I wrote. I don't know, but I think that's what it was. And then hats went away and they made cars shorter. I say bring tall cars back so we can wear top hats again. Anyways, so that's how the insurance companies work here in America. They solely exist to extort you for the money that should just be going directly to your health coverage. That's it. They're just in the fucking way. Capitalism in America has developed a middleman system where the middleman cashes in on some kind of need that if you just directly did it, that's why, like, what is it? Like direct to carpet? Fucking, what are those direct lending, that's why, like, we even have a sub industry called like direct to whatever, like direct to Amazon warehouse, direct carpeting, direct flooring direct, whatever it is. I don't care. I have a Scion TC. Oh my God. I remember the Scion. You have to prime my two doors. Yo, the Scion came out, the Scion TC, and then there was another one too. What was the other one? The Cube one. There was the Scion, which was the two-door, and then they had the other one. What was the other Scion? Holy shit. That's what I mean. Like, there was a point where, like, in the late 90s, early 2000s, like, we were hitting this stride. We were developing scions and fucking crazy stuff. They were reintroducing American muscle cars. And then, like, boom, Elon Musk takes over, unelected American president that's an illegal alien, and the future shit. It's their fault. They're in charge. The XB. Anastasia knows what I'm talking about. My God, this is some good car talk, and I'm not a car person, okay? I'm really not a car person, but I respect the art form that is the vehicle. And we'll get to, but the other thing I want to talk about being a collective, like this community that I'm developing, which, by the way, Solus has helped build our Discord, link down below. And thank you, Solus and Bandito, for laying low in the background. Much love to you. Also had a Nissan Leaf. Oh my. Listen, I was just, it died. Oh, you should have just saved it as a collector's item. A Nissan Leaf. Yo, I was just behind a Volkswagen Beetle, and I was just thinking, like, it's so weird. The fucking Germans name their, like, people can just name cars whatever. My point being the Nissan Leaf. But they named Beetles, Bugs. What was the other one that I was, there's another weird-ass, the Gremlin, the Pinto. You name a car after a bean that explodes. By the way, did you see the study that says, so the Ford Pinto, I think, was like the most explosive car in the history of Earth. And the Cyber Tesla truck is beating its record. You don't really see that one on Twitter. I'm sure Elon Musk ain't happy about it, but that's so funny. You had a Nissan Leaf. Oh, do you remember the Volkswagen Rabbit? Was it the Jetta Rabbit? Was it Volkswagen Jetta? Was it a Rabbit? One was named a Rabbit. I knew a girl that had one that was called a Rabbit. These fucking cars, man. Get out of here with this stuff. It's hilarious. I work for one of the big auto insurance companies. For the auto insurance company, heavily regulated, not healthcare insurance. That's why they have crazy profits. Yes, Alma, correct. Healthcare is not regulated at all, but the auto insurance industry is very much state to state as well, because I loved my auto insurance in California. When I moved to Massachusetts, there was stricter coverage here, so they were not a provider of insurance. But the healthcare industry, so let's get back to United Healthcare, right? We can all agree, collectively as a people, whether you're subscribed or not, but please do, everybody hates the healthcare industry. Why? Because they don't exist. Like, what's their product? This is the best part about America. You can ask a lot of fucking companies, like, what do you provide? Okay? What does the healthcare insurance industry provide? Not the healthcare industry. That's why I put United Health Insurance, because their name, their sub-corporate name, I think their corporate name is like United Health Insurance or some dumb fucking name, but they're not healthcare. The United Health Insurance does not provide anything. They don't provide coverage. They actually deny the coverage. They're the ones that hold the key. They are the gatekeepers to the coverage. Who provides that is your doctors, nurses, hospitals, specialists, any kind of physician. Like, those are the ones that provide the care and the coverage. United Health Insurance does not provide a thing. They simply exist in the middle. They are in the way. We're over here saying we would like healthcare. And they say, not without fucking joining our group, you won't. And you go, okay, I'll pay you out of my check every week. Okay, please take that money. Now can I have healthcare? And they go, you can, but you have to pay a little bit more. And you go, what? What are they providing? Nothing. So collectively, we all agree we hate them. Free Luigi, he proved that. Turns out they hired, what is it named? Claire Locke. You go look it up. Famous defamation lawyers. They are the ones that helped Dominion sue Fox News and won over the voting thing. It's by Tom Locke and Tom Clare and Libby Locke. They are a husband and wife couple, lawyers. I'm sure they're just spectacular people, because they were picked by United Health Insurance to represent them in defamation cases against social media posts. So after Free Luigi, after the whole United Health CEO, which he was a middle management CEO. He it wasn't even the big CEO. You saw the big CEO when he did the video after, who was like, we're not changing our ways. We're going to keep. I love how they say providing coverage. They don't. If they got the fuck out of the way, we'd have coverage provided to us by the people who do health. These people are just paper pushers. They just, they're death dealers via paper. That's it. Subaru should name one of their vehicles Rainbow Kitty Unicorn. I would buy it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what that vehicle does, but you name a vehicle Rainbow Kitty Unicorn, and I have to have it. We don't have healthcare. We have health markets. Ooh, Bandito, I like that. I'm going to steal that. So they hired Claire Locke. Hate that name. That is the stupidest law firm name. Change it to, we take money to feign. We take your money to feign upsetness about accurate depictions of us online. Because what you saw after the whole United Health CEO thing is people posting videos, specifically doctors, saying, United called me in the middle of a surgery. There is no appropriate time to pull a doctor out of surgery. And these people are getting letters from Claire Locke, the law firm, saying, you're misleading the public. That's defamation. You know that's not true. But the truth is like that same fucking week that Free Luigi, that same week, another health insurance company rolled back what they were going to put limits on anesthesia. Now, if you know anything about anesthesia, which I don't, but I know a girl whose brother who became an anesthesiologist, which you make a lot of money, but it's a very serious job. People can die. These health insurance, they were going to put time limits on anesthesia. And in their statement, which I read, they said we were going to do it by all medical necessary orders. And I'm like, if someone's going under anesthesia, there's no time duration set that should correspond with how much money they're paying. Like, no doctor's like, listen, we're going to work on you for $560 worth of anesthesia. That's not how medicine works. Here in America, it does. And you saw this company that was going to put time limits on anesthesia. So if they were in surgery and it was going long, but they needed to charge more, they were going to put a time limit unless they they paid more. And we saw it rolled back. The company didn't do it because, again, Free Luigi, the patron saint of getting time limits removed from anesthesia. So these are the same people that operate the industry that wants to put time limits, that say, well, whatever's medically necessary. No, you don't put time limits on anesthesia. You cannot do that. No doctor's going to be like, listen, let's give him $400 worth of anesthesia, and if he can cough up some more, then we'll keep going. If not, he's just going to have to go half open. Like, that's not how none of this works. So when you just look at it on his face with common sense, you go, well, clearly that's not approved by any doctor. No doctor, unless they're getting probably a huge cut, and even then it's probably not at the advice of other doctors. It's for their own monetary benefit. So this is the industry that wanted to put time limits on anesthesia, right? These people, United Health, are sending letters through a law firm to doctors saying, that's not true. We would never call a doctor out of surgery. But you're the same industry that's trying to put time limits on anesthesia. So can we collectively hire a law firm to sue them for medical maltreatment, medical mispractice? What is it called? Malpractice? Malpractice. I'm back. What's up, Pickle Squad? That's a cool emote. Every person metabolizes anesthesia differently. That's such a crazy rule. I didn't know that. That is interesting, Curtis. I did not know every person metabolizes anesthesia differently, but I believe it. The outrage for profit firm? Yes, that's 100%. That's going to be my, when I get my law license, I'm going to just name it outrage for profit .esquire. That's going to be my website. Nobody take it. Jesus, how many fucking cops are driving by me right now? My goodness. Too many police, man. Not enough doctors. So this, again, I link all the articles down below. You're in trouble. I ain't in trouble. Never catch me. And like I said, somebody else tried to say, oh, you got a criminal mindset. No, you got to remember, the laws are written by those in charge that benefit them. So slavery used to be legal. Women not being able to vote used to be legal. Segregation used to be legal. So technically, at any point in history, you could have been severely doing illegal activity when just morally, like making it illegal doesn't make it morally bad. Just remember that. You're speaking too much truth. Look at what. Good luck. I'm duck down a little bit. So this is the same industry that's, like Curtis said, willing to put time limits on something that I'm sure a doctor at some point was like, people metabolize anesthesia different. Like one guy, he might metabolize it real quick, so you can't, you can't put a time limit on it because this guy's going to keep running out. We got to keep pumping him filled with more. And now they're going after people who are posting online their horror stories, which it's just amazing. It's just amazing that they're willing to die on this hill. The hill that they want to die on is not like, hey, let's change our practices. Even the bullets were written with their business practice. Deny, defend, depose. That's their business practice. They're not even willing to look at themselves and say, let's change, because why? Well, the money's too good. And it's sickening to think that they are willing to ignore everything that's wrong with them. And collectively, as a nation, we all agree. I think something like 70+% people want universal health care, believe it's a human right. Every other industrialized, 32 of the 33 industrialized nations in the world have already figured it out. America's lagging behind. Why? Because the incentive, what would those CEOs do? They don't have a skill. What would they try to do? Get another job? Be like, what are you good at? Well, I don't know. We withhold medical care from people. We're really good at like people saying, hey, I'm sick and I'm dying and I need this medicine. And we're really good at like sending an automated letter back to them saying denied. Like, what is your skill, United? What is your skill? What's your fucking skill? AI. They even said we're going to deploy AI to make the denials just to take the human part out of it. Like, their skill is so fucking not existent that they even recognize. We're like, we just have AI do it. We just siphon the profits off because they ain't paying for AI. They get the cheapest one, DeepSeek. They're probably using DeepSeek because isn't that free? Man, it's infuriating to read that they're going after people who are speaking up. These people should be protected under Whistleblower Act when they're saying, hey, this is, as a doctor, I'm dealing with insurance pulling me out of surgery, which is medically so devastating to anybody who's in that surgery. Imagine your family's like, how'd it go? And you're like, well, I don't know. I got 2 phone calls from United pulling me out of there. Really distracted my flow. But we made it through. Like, could you imagine that? Just imagine this was your loved one, or at some point you have surgery. The last thing you want is insurance calling them. Like, they're not even medical doctors. They do nothing besides go, we need more money. That's it. They're only good at finding ways to legally take more money. That's it, Alma. We live in an endless illusion of choice. The key word is illusion. And with that, Bandito, I would say everybody needs to listen to all of George Carlin's discographies, every single album he's put out. And that's a whole class on the American illusion of choice. It's just like I seen somebody talking about, we don't have rights, we have privileges. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Carlin was talking about this in the late 80s, okay? If you're just catching on now that none of these things that America has given us as rights, inalienable rights, they're not rights. They could be taken away at any second, and we're watching it happen right now, okay? The only person who has a right in America is the person who's in charge, the most powerful. And that happens to also be the people with the most money who have all the rights. Ugh. But yeah, so please read this story, share it, post your horror stories, keep speaking out in defiance of these people. These are threats. That's the other thing. Like, you got to think about these defamation suits, which they're just bogus, right? They're bogus. Like, I take a doctor's word on not fabricating a story, being called out of surgery. That's a pretty serious thing. And you're hearing it multiple places. And then you also look at the history of these health insurance companies, which are putting time restrictions on anesthesia, all that stuff we discussed. So we're all looking at, like, reasonable doubt. And it gives me no reasonable doubt to think that these doctors are making this stuff up. If anything, the history of insurance companies in America seems to be very scammy and seems to only work in the motive for profit. And what would hurt their profit? People speaking out, people coming together, people going, we're done with this. We need this industry gone. We need it eradicated, evaporated, just absolutely decimated. And the only way that's going to happen is if we together choose to move forward. We don't need the people in charge. Nobody that you voted for is going to do it. They're okay. We got to do this ourselves. So keep speaking out. Keep sharing those stories. If you see them, if you hear of them, share it. Share this. The Fortune.com magazine article that I linked below with this United Health Insurance Company spending, I don't know how much money to secure these defamation lawyers, but you got to imagine it's millions. And that's your money. That, you know, people died for that. That's blood money. You know, that's money that people needed access to some kind of medicine or, you know, some kind of service, and they had to pay these people to get it. So remember that. Whew. Makes me angry. Makes me angry. Especially when you think about like how Canada made insulin free for everyone in the country. Private insurance, national insurance, it doesn't matter. Canada said insulin's free. If you need to live, if you need this medicine to live, it should be free. And Canada is just amazing. That brings me to the other news story that I want to link down below, and I'm very jealous of California. You know, America was supposed to get great again. I don't know if we're great. I don't know what your definition of great is, but Trump's obviously flinging as much poo, which I'm assuming is coming out of his pants, the way people described how he smelled, at the wall that he can. So instead of like, you know, eggs or gas prices going down, we're renaming the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know. This all seems like nonsense. I don't know how it makes anything better in people's lives outside of the illusion, again, Bandito, of like, ooh, we name something. Like, everything's so stupid right now. Seriously stupid. But more importantly, like us on the world stage, our reputation's been shaky, and now it's unquestionably suspect. And I saw a petition online that Danes, I love the Danes. In fact, try to learn Danish, want to move to Denmark. I love the Danes. I love their history. I love them too today. I love how they treat people in that country. I love their socioeconomic system. I love so much about Denmark. And they have almost 200 signatures online to try and buy California. This is where we're at in the world, folks. I don't know if America's great or not yet, but, you know, just a month ago, Denmark wasn't trying to buy California, and every other country in the world wasn't trying to now send their military to, you know, half vacant islands. But this is where we're at. But this is not a joke. Well, it might be a joke, but it's not a joke about the story I linked down below. That's where a quarter of my family comes from. Oh, do you have dual citizenship? Please take me there. Bring my family. It's all pro wrestling. Thank you, Curtis. It's 100% pro wrestling at this point. It is just so pro wrestling. And this is the other thing I want to say about this is if this keeps going on, the Gulf of Mexico and all that other stuff that's happening, there's real stuff happening behind that. This is a distraction. Okay. I want people to really understand that. Like if you're caught up, if you're one of the ones that are excited about the Gulf of Mexico name change or whatever, like you're the fucking rube that they're tricking, because whatever's happening behind the scenes is the real stuff. Okay. This is the like charade where they're like, yeah, look over here. Look over here. They're jingling keys at you and they think you're as dumb as a baby. But with all that being said, I do think it's funny that the Danes are trolling us. They have an online petition to buy California. And if everybody chipped in, it said $28,000 in American, or like 200, whatever the Danish money is. I'm sorry, I don't know, the krone or whatever it is, whatever the Danish money is, that if they could all put in that much, each citizen, and get $1 trillion, they were going to put in an offer for California. And I got so jealous. I was like, why can't I be living in California now? Because if you're living there, do you get to become Danish? Do you get to go to Daneland? Do you understand how Denmark's system is set up? Like, they have guaranteed vacation, guaranteed healthcare. Yes, they pay more in taxes, but guess what? They don't have to deal with United Health Insurance. That's not even a thing. That's not even a thing over there. Like, they have it awesome. And because their taxes actually support the communities, they make sure that they are insured the right to have health care. Yo, what's up, she? Hey, good to see you. LM, I trust I would escape. Listen, you don't know how many Google searches I've done to be like, is there any way to go to Denmark? I'm like, what if I just showed up? I would take a boat there, show up on the shores and be like, refugee, America's trying to kill me. Please let me in Denmark. Let me and my family in. We're refugees from America. Oh, good to see you, she. She, you're jumping in at the end, I gotta say. Because I've tackled almost everything. United Health Insurance hired a defamation law firm, and they're going after doctors. If that doesn't say everything about who they are, if that doesn't tell you exactly who the health insurance industry in America is, the illusionists that pretend to provide coverage, they provide nothing besides steal. They extort your profit. They are extortionists, but they are suing or threatening with legal letters doctors. Those are the people that provide your coverage. Yep. They want to make those doctors feel nice and safe. Or they're trying to silence them. Up to you. You decide. I don't know. You call the shots. I'm sorry. Oh, healthcare sucking ass for real. It does. Kanye West Shopify site got shut down. Thank God. I didn't know he had a Super Bowl ad. I linked the article down below. I didn't even go to look for it. Apparently, he's sitting in a dentist chair and he says something like, I spent all the Super Bowl ad money on these teeth and smiles or something. I don't know. He's a moron. I don't even want to waste my breath on him. Again, he's using up Earth's oxygen. Kanye West needs to stop using so much oxygen. Other people really need that oxygen. And he's proven that, he's not capable of doing good things with it. From Kanye to cars to healthcare in Denmark. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I like the car talk. All right, I got to wrap up, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow. Amazing talk. Anastasia, Bandito, Curtis, Kendrick Lamar. Amazing. It was. I watched it on YouTube. What was I going to say? Bandito.